Hey everybody, I'm Clara and this is Heavenly Declarations. Sorry, I've been away for, I think it's about 18 days. I've had lots of really personal and emotional things I had to kind of filter, and quite frankly I wasn't really in the mood to come online and do readings when I was really very low. Anyway, so this evening I'm going to check in on your person's energy just to, see what they may be thinking or feeling. So it could be present energy, it could be past, okay? So we'll first get some messages from this person, okay? We'll go into prayer and then we'll get some messages and see what, what they're thinking. Heavenly Father, Archangels and Spirit Guides, enter this reading with your loving, protective light. Allow me to receive only the clearest and accurate messages for the highest good of whom I read. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael. That's Harry, and call upon witness and protect and heal any energies that need protecting and healing. Amen. So these are the eternal messages that we'll use. And we'll see. Some of them may be upside down, but I won't read them upside down. Okay. I want to reconcile with you. So, this could be past energy or present. So you could have just gone through a breakup, or you have gone through some kind of breakup. And this person wants to reconcile with you. Okay. The thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. I don't want to see the pain I've caused in your eyes. So this person's betrayed you in some way, okay? And betrayal is very, very, very painful to deal with. I've also gone through recent betrayals myself, and it cuts deep. So this person is, although they want to reconcile, so this person clearly still has some kind of feeling for you, okay? But they're scared, okay? So you're probably having very limited contact, if any, okay, with this person, because they know you know what's going on, and for them to come clean to you, it would cause an awful lot of hurt, okay? And there'd be an awful lot of explaining to do, and this person isn't brave enough to do that, quite frankly, okay? Just wait on me. So they don't want you to give up, okay? They want you to wait, okay? Maybe for reconciliation, for some kind of apology. But they definitely don't want you to move away from them. I've been receiving your telepathic messages. So you have a very deep spiritual connection with this person, okay? So, you've probably been deep in your thought, deep in your head about this person, and they're picking that up, okay? They know what they've done, okay? It's I'm getting, you may have put it to this person, okay? And there's a bit of denial here I'm picking up as well, okay? But they know they're wrong because they do want to apologise and they do want to reconcile. And they also can feel your energy. They can sense what you're thinking and feeling. I don't want to hide this connection anymore. So you're probably hidden, okay? I'm hearing like third party vibes here, okay? Or for whatever reason, your relationship wasn't public, okay? Maybe different cultures, different backgrounds, history, things may have gone wrong, in the past. So they kind of hid the connection, or they're with someone else where they have to hide your connection, okay? I'm getting disapproval as well. There's some form of disapproval here, okay? And it feels like something is missing without you around here. So you're not with this person. So you've either gone through a breakup in the past, and, they would like to reconcile, but there's a gap, okay? So when you're not around, they do feel like something is missing. So in some way, you give them some kind of completion, okay? But they have an offer, They do have some form of offer. Now, I don't know what that is. It could be that they just want to be your friend. They want to come clean. They want to bring some kind of apology to you, some kind of leveling out, okay? And it could be an energetic offer. It could be a physical offer, okay? I don't know, but they have some kind of offer. We're going to what the T is, okay? Yeah, look at that. There was a third party straight off the bat. And whomever this third party is was trying to kind of be like you, okay, energetically or physically, okay? And maybe that's what draws them into this person, okay? This person tried to kind of emanate your energy, okay, whoever this third party is. Now, either the third party or your person is finding finances really difficult, okay? So, and that's probably another reason why you're not hearing from them, okay? Yeah, they have a very obsessive lover who is very unhealthy, a karmic, very possessive over this person. And, you know, they're probably tied in financially with this person, or this person feeds off them for financial reasons, okay? So what we need to know, what's the T here? What's the T? Why would they like to apologise? Let's see. Bad habits. Okay, so bad habits probably pulled this person away from you, all right? So we've just seen a toxic lover. So they could be with somebody that they engage, you know, lots of bad habits, right? Moving on, thank you, next. So, I'm getting this person moved on from you, okay? And again, there's free bicycles, so, you know, there's definitely some kind of like third party energy here, all right? But this person also engages in, they have addictions. You may or may not have realised that, okay? And somebody is holding a grudge here, okay? This person may have hurt you, okay? Like betrayed you quite deeply. And, you know, you may have really had to let go of some like deep issues, okay? Issues that, you know, crept up that you felt that you were over. A drama starter. So I'm really getting there with some kind of drama starter, okay? And whomever you're with, I'm getting whomever they're with kind of like really siphons their money, okay? So there is somebody that causes problems. Cars, somebody is having car problems here as well, okay? There may be issues with finances with a car, okay? But this person is definitely haunted over being with a third party, probably not telling you, hiding you, okay? You can help them with money as well, I'm getting, okay? And you just see that if this person came towards you now, it would be a 30 offer, and they may have moved forward towards somebody else for money, okay? Because there's like addictions, and you just see bankrupt. This person's finding finances a difficulty because they're giving somebody else money, okay? Plus financing bad habits, okay? And whomever they're with causes issues for them, for sure. My dog's going crazy. Yeah, this person may be losing sleep, and they're definitely, you know, tied up with somebody that is karmic, okay? And I'm getting they kind of gave you the cold shoulder and couldn't really be with you because they were tied up with other things, and, you know, they kind of friend-zoned you, F-buddied you, okay, and they didn't really want any strings with you. Although they do want to come back round and apologise. I'll take a couple of these. What else might be going on? But you're kind of like in their head, you know, they keep having flashbacks and memories, okay? And I'm also getting, you know, it traumatized you, whatever you went through with this person, all right? Legal matters. So this person could be having legal matters, okay? They may have had financial ties with whomever they went with, okay, who was the third party, okay, because they moved on from you for sure, okay, they let you go, but they moved towards a drama starter. Side hustles. This person could be having to, you know, work extra hard to maintain money, okay. Could have been a twin flame of yours, or they felt that they'd moved towards a twin flame. That's what you need to know. But this person is definitely side hustling, okay. They're trying to earn extra money, maybe to finance a car. They're drinking to cope. Okay, so I'm getting some kind of like issue with whomever they're with, okay, because legal matters, drama starter, and drinking to cope. So this person's under pressure, okay, getting readings. So I'm getting, yeah, you turned your back, okay, because you realised that this person was elsewhere. I'm getting, okay. It could have caused some drama, or it will cause some drama. Okay, so you turned your back, yeah. They went with a Jezebel energy, and, you know, somebody, you know, that used sex, lust, enticed them, okay, with maybe bad habits as well. But this person's most likely going through karma, having a lot of drama, okay. What does it say? My eyes are so terrible now. They're having a storm moment, okay, and they're feeling at a loss, okay, because they're having a lot of issues, all right, not only financially, but whomever they're with causes problems for them, okay, and they're trying to finance a car. They're worried about telling you how really they did hurt you, okay, so I think they lied to you, all right, although I think you may have found out through readings yourself, but they most certainly did move on, okay. Yeah, look, they, Six of Cups, they'd like to reconcile. You have some kind of history with this person, all right, and they would like to say sorry, but they know it's going to hurt you if they tell you the full truth. And I'm getting also, because you're not around anymore, I think they worried that you would probably close the door on them completely, okay. I think they try to have a passionate beginning elsewhere, okay, with the Ace of Wands, okay, so it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, all right, but this person is still passionate about you, okay. I think this person gets caught up in lustful energies, because we do see the Jezebel energy, okay. This person, you know, they go towards what looks good aesthetically, okay. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, okay. So this person also likes stability, okay, and they're having problems because we've seen bankrupt, legal matters, bad habits, coping, okay. So whomever this person is, they're not coping very well, and they're not as grounded as they'd like to be. Why would they like to reconcile? Why would they like to reconcile? Why would they like to reconcile with you? Because they know they left you out in the cold. Hey, Harry, they left you out, okay? They made you feel really isolated and alone, okay? And they know that, okay? And they realise that you're a very balanced person, you know, you're very caring, you're very honest, you're methodical, you take the middle ground, and they see you as this, like, you know, kind of like angel. You have a very angelic energy about you, okay, and you did a lot of investment in this relationship. Could be dealing with an Emperor energy, okay, somebody that likes to take control, a mature person, fire sign, Aries possibly, but, you know, an Emperor energy. And they did leave you out, okay? They moved on. They left you out in the cold. They made you feel very isolated. You could have worried a lot. It could have caused you ill health, okay? But they want to reconcile because they know they left you out. They know they moved on. What do they need to explain about? Why are they scared? What's this confession. So they definitely have some kind of confession for you here, okay? And it scares them because they know it's going to cause pain, and they don't want to do that to you, okay? They know they have hurt you, okay? So what's this that they're scared of apologizing about? They're scared of apologizing about them lying to you, deceiving you, sneaking away, cheating, okay? They know they were in the Seven of Swords energy, and for them to tell you that they stabbed you in the back, lied, cheated, was malicious, mean, cold, okay? But they're watching because they want to reconcile. So left you out, they cheated, they lied, they were manipulative, and that scares them. They don't want you to see them like this. They absolutely don't, okay? And they're watching, okay? And you're really trying to regain your happiness and your liberation and your freedom. You could be a Leo, you could be a Cancer, or you could be a Cancer, Leo, cusper. And this person, sees that you're trying to break free from this kind of like shadowy energy of everything being kept in the dark, okay? Why do they feel they shouldn't hide your connection anymore? So we're definitely hiding you, okay? I'm getting cheating, yeah, they want to apologise. They have an offer now, like we saw, I have an offer. So they don't want to hide this connection anymore. They want to start slowly. They have an offer for you, okay, with the page, but it's the beginning of something, like to reconcile, start a fresh, clean slate, because they know that they could be happy with you with 10 of Cups, okay, and they know that they injured you, and they also have a lot of regret about this, and they are in their emotions. They may not show you, okay, and they probably haven't shown you, but they're deeply in their emotions about what they've done to you. They know that they were shady, okay? So why do they feel like something is missing? Why do they feel like something is missing? Because you're honest, you're fair, you're just, okay? You bring balance to this person, all right? And they're feeling the cause and effect. The Justice card is also about feeling the cause and effect of something that you have done. So this person may be being placed in some kind of karmic retribution, okay? They're facing some kind of consequence, okay, with this drama starter, okay? And they feel quite blocked in coming forwards, okay? And they feel like now it's a possibility that although you could be Gemini, you were this lover's energy to them, okay? They feel that you don't really want to see anything they've got to say, okay, because of the betrayal and the lies and moving on, okay? And I think whomever this third party was enticed them through maybe drink, drugs, Jezebel energy, sex, lust, okay? Tell us about these bad habits. Why is this person taking... Because they weren't using their intuition, okay? They're the Hermit in reverse. They weren't thinking, okay? They weren't looking within, all right? The Hermit energy is very upright, is somebody, Virgo energy is somebody very intuitive, very insightful, and very to themselves, and really looks within for their answers. This person was actually the exact opposite. They were, out there, they were running around, they were being sneaky, okay? And they weren't using their intuition, all right? This came up upright, and they took quick action. They were all about the passion, okay? So they were probably communicating with a lot of different people, okay, due to having addictions, due to being very sneaky and, moving on swiftly. I'm getting this person moved on quite swiftly from you, okay? Yeah, and they're going through tower moments now, okay? And I think it did cause a tower moment for you, all right? But, I felt like this person felt like they were going to be more successful elsewhere, okay, and now they're having money matters, all right, and they're going through karma. I mean, they are. The justice is here, okay, and the karma is they feel like something is missing because you're not there, okay. Why did they move on? I think they moved on quite quickly as well. Probably didn't tell you. I'm getting people didn't want to see you together with the Seven of Wands, okay? There were people that were like, move on, this person, it isn't for you, okay? And they held back from you. They most certainly did. They could have been quite stingy towards you as well, okay? They could have lived in a different town, different city, but they didn't offer up much, okay? And they had their guard up with you. And other people, I'm getting, Seven Wands is about standing your ground against adversity. So I'm getting they moved on because other people kind of got in the way and didn't want you two together, okay? So they moved on. Tell us about this drama stuff. Too many. Could be an air sign, this person may be trying to complete cycles with this person. Could be a fire sign, okay? But I'm getting this may have been you, you gave a cup of love and they just kind of didn't take it and, caused chaos, caused drama for you. Had arguments with you with the Five of Swords. But tell us about this drama starter. They could be arguing with this person. They are drinking to cope. Yeah, they offered love to someone else. So they were, they moved on and felt that offering their love elsewhere and putting in hard work elsewhere would be a good idea here, okay? They were following their heart, following their emotions, okay? But it's actually caused a lot of drama. Whomever they're with likes to cause chaos for them, and they are, drinking and taking drugs to cope. Who's carless right now? So this person may be financing a car or finding it difficult to travel, or whomever they are with, okay? Two of Swords reversed. I think they're starting to see, okay, that where they went is causing a lot of problems. I'm getting with this as well. They may have had to kind of like hire a car, okay, to travel backwards and forwards. Okay, now they're kind of like starting to see that, they're having legal issues. They may be losing a car, they may have gotten into some kind of trouble, drinking and driving, okay? They're running around with different options. This person had a lot of choices, okay? And now they're facing the consequences of investing, okay? In some kind of family arrangement, home arrangement, okay? And I feel like this person is quite confused, okay? But they're starting to see that they're having some kind of, because now they're not blindsided, okay? They're looking. Two of Swords reverse is they're actually looking at their issues, because, they may be getting a lot of fines or, stuff like that hitting them in the face, which they didn't want to see. I don't think they wanted to see that they were walking into some kind of financial problem that they were going to have to deal with, okay? What's his memories? What's his memories? What's his memories? This person's having. I do feel like they're haunted with your memory. Oops, they're flying everywhere. Yeah. They're going through some kind of judgment, okay? And the judgment is, sorry Harry, is that they can't actually forget what they did to you. Okay, because justice and judgment are out. They're facing karma for what they have done. They didn't accept, possibly, you, the Queen of Wands, offer. But they are watching you. Yeah, they were being a player, okay? They felt like they were going to be successful elsewhere. So they dashed off really quickly here, okay? And now they kind of replaying everything that they did, okay? Because they're scared to admit that they were lying and cheating, okay? What's this side hustle? So this person could be working double hard, okay, to deal with car issues, deal with legal matters. Yeah, I mean, it says, look, traffic tickets. This person may have been caught drinking and driving, taking drugs, okay. They're side hustling for some kind of connection that they're in, okay, which is making them look at every angle, and they're feeling like they're quite stuck. But they're trying to remain strong, okay? They're kind of like still in it, okay, to win it. This is what I'm getting, okay? And they're trying to remain loyal, okay, in a connection that they have as this emperor, because they still have passion there, okay? But they are going backwards and forwards, because they do want to come back and reconcile. So they're stuck between whomever they're with and looking at you, who is now in the past. Why are they drinking to cope? So, you know, they're trying to remain loyal to some kind of family connection that they've got into. We can see the Four of Wands as well. Okay, but they're being enlightened that actually they made a move towards a drama starter, and they're having some kind of, you know, legal issues. Yeah. I think this person drinks not only to cope with cheating you and leaving you out in the cold, but they're drinking to cope because there's a gap that is not being filled here, and it is one, they're facing karma because they feel like something is missing without you around. They can't get you out of their head, and I think they, you know, have a lot of passion at times when they drink. Okay, so, you know, this person may like to, you know, take drugs, get drunk, and, you know, be passionate. Okay. But this person would like to move towards you slowly. Okay, it will be very slow. Okay, because they are literally still in the throes with someone else. Okay, now if they're not in a family setup, they felt like they could have this kind of like scenario with whomever they're with right now, okay? And they're trying to be loyal, they really are. Who's getting readings here? Who's getting readings here? Who's getting readings here? I'm getting this person maybe getting readings on you, on seeing how to reconnect. So you could be Gemini, but they know that you were a deep connection for them, okay? And I'm getting there trying to figure out how they can come towards you, okay? Because they are facing a lot of karma. They move towards somebody that is causing them drama, okay? They're drinking to, I'm hearing sedate their passion as well. So I'm getting some of them drink and get high and, you know, have a lot of passion. And some of them are drinking to cope, to figure out how they can have a fresh start here, okay? Because they do want to bring some kind of offer to you, all right? And they realise that, they're starting to realise that whomever they move towards is causing them some kind of like financial problems here, okay? They're having financial problems because of drinking, bad habits, and a drama starter. What's this legal issue? They may be having to give this person finances, okay? So they, you know, they could have to give family money, this person money, okay? They're having to spread their money quite thin. That's what I'm getting here, okay? And I'm getting all the while you're just sitting quietly, really trying to nurture yourself as a Queen of Cups, okay? You've kind of like closed yourself off. I do think you have a lot of love for this person, okay? But you realise that, you know, they were looking at other options. So you literally had to turn your back because you realised they were with somebody for lust, passion, sex, finances, lots of different reasons, okay, which has led this person to, as I say, they're still in it, but this person is drinking and taking stuff to cope with memories of you, what they did to you, and what they're in right now. Let's get an affirmation. I'm done reading this so long. Let's see what comes out. It's really hard to shuffle. But they felt like, you know, they could have some kind of like Ten of Cups happiness with whomever they went towards, all right? And they are trying to remain loyal. They are still in it, but they are looking at things differently because they're starting to open their eyes up that they're having financial problems and legal issues. And they're being spread thin. And I'm also getting, now that they moved on, that you would be really quite guarded with this person because they, you know, they abandoned you. I mean, they really did. They left you out in the cold. They moved on really quickly, okay? They weren't thinking. They weren't using their intuition. General. I manage my time like a boss and everyone wonders how I do it. So I think you're really like focused on yourself, okay? And you know, you're single, you're solo, and you're getting everything done that you need to get done, okay? I am in love with the hustle, yeah. I mean, you're getting things done, okay? You're you're leveling up, you're focused on work, okay? You're focused on goals and things like that, right? You know, you turn your attention elsewhere, okay, one more. So you're really focused right now. For me, money is limitless and easy to create. Yeah, you're really focused on money, and I'm really getting, you know, for this person, they're really having to focus on money, okay, and they're really busy as well, to be quite truthful, because they're having financial issues. I am always motivated and always get things done on time. Yeah, so, you know, you're just super focused, right? And you basically, you know, you let this person go and do what they had to do, okay? And you turn your attentions elsewhere, pretty much. You're focused on your money, you're focused on your goals, you're focused on your work and your career, okay? And you just want to, you know, get things done. So I hope that helped. If it did, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Bye.